first thing that's the building block that make those lasting relationships is affinity. But then, once the affinity initially kicks in, there's a second thing that has to happen. And that second building block is this: acceptance. You have to accept. And you know what? It talks about this in Romans chapter 15, verse 7. We don't look at it enough. We don't memorize it, but we need to. And it says this: accept one another just as Christ has accepted you. Now, isn't that interesting? The model of acceptance for us with each other is how Jesus accepts me. And that's amazing if you really understand how Jesus accepts you and how he accepts me. Because remember, how he accepts us is, I was screwed up. I was in sin, right? Some of us, you could say, Jesus accepted me even though I was an addict. Jesus accepted me even though I had a filthy mouth. Jesus accepted me even though I have an anger problem. Jesus accepted me even though I have serious greed problems and I have money issues and I don't know how to do the family finance. Jesus accepted me even when I had a critical spirit. Jesus accepted me even when, and you just fill in the blank, see? Because God's acceptance of us is an unconditional acceptance. God's acceptance of me and of you is a no matter what. I'll love you not if, or I'll love you when, or I'll love you if this particular thing is present in your life. It's an unconditional acceptance. And so this doesn't mean that you have to agree with everything that the person does. Doesn't have to mean that you have to agree with all of the stuff that goes on in their lives. Doesn't mean that you have to agree with everything. But the model of grace and love and acceptance is Jesus and how he accepts me and extending that to other people. You know, there's an author, Gary Enrig, and he writes about this family on the East Coast who had a son during the Korean War who was off at war. And the family hadn't seen the son in 10 months, and they received a phone call. And sure enough, it was their son calling to let them know that he would be home in 10 months. I'm sorry, that he had just gotten home after 10 months. And so he called them and he says, "Hey, Mom, I want you to know I'm coming home. I'm in San Diego and I'm bringing a friend with me. And my friend has only one eye, one arm, and one leg, and I want him to come and live with us." And the mom said to the son, "Okay, well, he sounds like a brave guy. Sure, he can stay with us for a while." And he goes, "Mom, you don't understand. He's badly hurt. He's got one eye, one arm, and one leg. I want him to come live with us permanently." She says, "Well, we can try it for 6 months and see how it goes." He goes, "No, Mom, you don't understand. He is badly wounded from war. He's got one eye, one arm, one leg. I mean, he seriously needs us. I mean, he needs our compassion. He needs our care. He needs our attention. And I want him to come and live with us always." And she says, "Well, son," you know, she's getting a little bit impatient now. "Well, you're being a little bit unrealistic. I mean, that's a lot of care. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of energy for all of us to give to this guy. I mean, he's going to require a lot." Boom. The phone went dead. The next day, the Department of Navy called this family, this couple on the East Coast, to let them know that their son had committed suicide by jumping out of a 12-story window of a San Diego hotel. When they got the body of the boy in a week shipped home and they looked at their son, they came to find out that their son had one eye, one arm, and one leg.